what's going on, Broncos fans? I haven't made a video in a long time, and I actually couldn't and I want to make a video about this because again, I haven't made a video in a long time, and I apologize for that. There hasn't been much to talk about as of late, but I am gonna give you my thoughts on this and the thoughts on our final preseason game coming up here. As you guys know, the Broncos on Sunday signed Adam Pacman Jones to a one-year deal. We got him from the Cincinnati Bengals. He will be actually joining a former teammate, Domata Peko, who in my opinion was probably the best pickup we had last year because he was a huge part in stopping the run because our defense was one of the best against the run last year. In fact, despite our record, we still had a pretty good defense. We could have won the games that we played if our offense actually functioned, but Domata Peko was a huge part in that. Another huge part of that has, of course, been the no-fly zone, our secondary. Aqib Talib, Chris Harris, Darian Stewart, T.J. Ward, Bradley Roby. Those guys were the guys that helped us win that Super Bowl. Then after the 2016 season, we parted ways with T.J. Ward. Roby's still here. Harris is still here. We still have Stewart. But we ended up actually ended up trading Aqib Talib to the LA Rams. And we ended up picking Tremaine Brock from the Panthers through free agency, and we actually ended up signing Pacman Jones. Now, as I've looked at the preseason, we have a pretty stacked corner set, especially with Isaac Yiadom and Brendan Langley. But those two leave a lot to be desired, honestly. Yiadom's a hard hitter, and he can tackle great, but he has trouble reading cornerbacks. And it was odd to me, a lot of people were saying he's not making the team anyways, but he was playing a lot of first string and second string reps, which I wonder why they're going to do that. Because to me, Yiadom seems to have a problem beating corner receivers on even the basic routes. And Brendan Langley is still not yet shown that he's ready to play football for us, which is the thing that we have now with Pacman Jones. He brings some veteran experience. He's played a lot of good football. And yes, I know he gets into fights. I know he has a reputation. And I know that he is very similar to his partner in crime, Vontaze Burfict, also with the Bengals. But I do think Pacman can provide a lot of good experience with this secondary. Guys, keep in mind, quarterbacks barely threw at Chris Harris last year for one reason. They knew he was either going to bat the pass down or he's going to pick it off. So that's why nobody really threw at Chris Harris last year, because you knew he'd either intercept the ball or he's going to bat things down. So why of course you're going to throw it, in my opinion, the best corner in the game. Our secondary is still very strong. I think that Darian Stewart and Justin Simmons provide a lot of good depth for us there, guys. I think they're doing a great job there. I just think that we do need some more veteran experience. I don't know what Tremaine Brock exactly brings to the table. Of course, I think Bradley Roby's one of the best draft picks always made in years, in my opinion. I love what Bradley Roby's done here. We did sign Pacman to a one-year deal, which I think is smart, considering, this guy, considering his reputation. He says he's gotten a lot smarter. He says that he's trying to build a new reputation, especially now that he's out of the Bengals. He's not with Marvin Lewis or Burfict anymore. Now he'll be playing with other veterans, like he'll be playing with Peko again. He'll be playing with Chris, with Vaughn. And I think that we have definitely a different vibe and different style here in Denver than they do have over in Cincinnati. I think we're definitely more disciplined. I think we're definitely more, smarter in terms of not getting into fights with people, which is the one thing Aqib Talib also brought. So it feels like, we swapped out Aqib Talib for Aqib Talib. We swap out one corner who's known for getting into fights with people for another corner that is known for getting into fights with people. So, it's like, are we really going to do this? Is it going to work out? I don't know, guys. And I did think it over. Yes, there is the chance he could fight someone, get suspended. But at the same time, he does bring a lot of good veteran experience, and we do need that. As for the final preseason game, I don't know what else to expect. They're not even going to let the starters play, which I think is smart. We have the Seahawks game in 2 weeks. I think it's going to be smart just to let Keenum sit this one out. I think they're just going to go with Kelly. They're going to go with Lynch. And here's the thing. For Chad Kelly, for me, this is his chance to prove that we might not need a veteran QB. That he could take helm of the offense if Keenum gets hurt, or if Keenum doesn't live up to expectations, then we can bring in Chad Kelly. Like, he could take helm of this offense. For Paxton, he's done here in Denver. He's done nothing. For him, the only thing he could do is prove that he has any value left to any of the 31 other NFL teams. Though from what I can see, a lot of teams are pretty stacked. They have their guys they seem set on. Who knows? Maybe the Factory of Sadness has a job for him. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Let me know your opinion on the Pacman Jones signing and what you expect to see out of Kelly. Do you think he can take helm of the offense, or do you still think we should get a veteran QB? Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Broncos country. Adios.